So, why is it that crypto has turned into almost a Netflix series? Why also do we just call it a Netflix series? There's other streaming platforms out there. Crave's got Harry Potter and Game of Thrones. Amazon's got a ton of Lord of the Rings. They have a lot of other great things, but we always continually refer back to it as, why isn't this on Netflix? Strange. We're going to get into Joe Exotic, the Netflix series about the Tiger King and how he feels that he's gotten completely fleeced on a meme coin. We're going to go over some general crypto news. There's been a lot happening overall, and it's exciting, but it's also, you've seen a lot of people at the point right now where they're just, it feels like they're giving up. People are saying, this is dumb, this is stupid, I don't want to have to deal with it, yada, 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 yada. And then we're here and doing this every single day. That's just what we do. That's just what we do. All right. So jumping over right quick, this is about esports, but I don't know why there's not more collections out here doing this sort of thing. FlyQuest, it's an esport brand. There's a content creator out there, the Cinema Care package, shirts, posters, whatever. People love that stuff. Why doesn't it happen more? We highlighted the other day in the AHL jersey competition, the Belleville Senators, a different AHL team than the other. So there was the Springfield Firebirds of the AHL, but then there was the Calgary Hitmen of the WHL that had a jersey thing. And now the Belleville Senators, this one's like a kid's jersey, because at first I was like, hold on, the chin on this looks kind of weird, but I guess a kid made it, so phenomenal. But different ways that people are able to connect with their fans. I'm telling you, this stuff's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Robbie Ferguson from Immutable. An estimated 117 million people watched this year's Super Bowl. 73 million watched the League of Legends Championship in 2021. 65% as many. I don't know why they're pulling a stat from 2021 when they literally had a world championship last year. So maybe they're digging for certain things, and that's kind of odd. Also, I'm trying to refresh on Abstract, and it's not working. I don't know why the stream just... Oh, Jeremy! Anyway, a conservative estimate to this ratio is that it flips in under 10 years. It depends if the game stays healthy. There's not a whole lot of new players for it. Sure, there's names, narratives, and everything built around it, but that's we'll kind of see. Huge development for OpenSea users. It can now... buy and sell ApeCoin NFTs. They will no longer be using Magic Eden for the sales of ApeCoin NFTs for two reasons. Okay, either way, OpenSea, they're having currency availabilities for certain NFTs on certain chains. I think this is going to happen more and more. We'll wait and see what the marketplace competition looks like overall, but I haven't seen anybody explicitly farming OpenSea XP, even though it's out there and you've been able to do it for a while. Jam, highlighting the story protocol, and this is all about IP. Every time I see anybody talking about story online, they just scream IP, 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 IP. All right, what do we mean?
If you look at intellectual property, it's our collective ideas as a society, it's our culture. And if you look at the way that those ideas move around as assets, it's encumbered by a centralized system where you have a few studios, a few social media platforms. In order to use someone else's IP, there's a high transaction cost. You have to have lawyers, you have to go through negotiation, you have to audit the contract. And what Story is trying to do is build a sort of programmatic repository of IP that the world can share, allow you to earn yield and revenue from your creative ideas, where the intermediary isn't a big institution that you don't have access to, is actually software, right? And that's what Story's white paper is about. If you look at intellectual property.
All right, there you go. So something to keep an eye on for Story. Again, they've raised a lot of money. Great thought from Calaster. Y'all ever think about how eventually you will have a final conversation with every single person you know and how that time could have already happened? Damn. Yeah, it is really weird. Whether it's your college day, high school days, elementary school, there's always people they had that last conversation with and had no idea. All right, Joe Exotic, the Tiger King. So someone asked me a question and threatened to screenshot my answer. I ain't scared to speak the truth. I don't know shit about crypto, and I got screwed out of $97,000.00 on Tiger King coin because the people running it promised it could not drop below $1 million, and they controlled my share and wouldn't allow me to sell it to pay lawyers. Then it dropped to 8,000, and my share wasn't worth shit after everyone sold but me. Then I was given coins for another coin that had been promoted on my X really hard, and the person running that wallet didn't save the key, and once again I lost that money also. isn't crypto just wonderful? This is why I don't really care about memes at all. Like, all this stuff is just so stupid. It's hilarious. Yo, Gary Doge, how are we doing? Imagine buying things valued over $1 billion while it hasn't proved anything. Buy things at sub 100 mil market cap or even lower and ride it all the way up. There is no other way. Not financial advice or anything, but good God, the takes I see on the timeline of people, and I keep going over this. Like, if we're at $1 billion, why are we screaming that it's undervalued? So much capital is needed to move that. Obviously, there's risks with things that are a little bit lower, but this is where you do your research. You find out things. Remember, we have this argument, and if you listen to the RWA Segments podcast, which is in the link below or on my X page, it's VYSL. The episode went out yesterday morning, and it's great. We go over this exact thing of, okay, so when we're talking about a lot of different components, and I'm not going to spoil the entire conversation, but it was what's gambling versus what's, legitimately investing or betting on a technology, because that's where we find this argument of, well, we're creating the internet of value. So there's supposed to be something that's of value amongst this, but there's a lot of chaos. And also we have to kind of be also smart about where we're bidding. So just so you guys know, you don't need a KYC on the segment account. But with that said, the Van Eck gold mines are open. I was digging away yesterday. Goodness gracious, people are grinding for this. Some of the hats have been selling for like 2 SOL plus. It's insane. There's a limit on how many of them there are. But if you're interested in grinding like the good old RuneScape days, if you go to the Portals Van Eck page, you can go out there and grind away to get rewarded with the limited edition Van Eck hat. That's kind of fun. Binance is not selling any assets. This is just, what a friggin' headline. So the past 24 hours, everybody started posting and saying Binance is selling all of their Bitcoin and Ether reserves. All of it. And everybody's like, okay, well, that's kind of weird. And so we have the Rectified saying Binance is not selling assets. This was simply an adjustment in the Binance treasuries accounting process. User funds are safe as always. So let's compare it. Did we not just have this incident where OpenSea had their webpage go live and this narrative started being made around it? The same thing with Lucanets and Pudgy Penguins regarding Abstract and how there's going to be no token or no reward or anything for them. There's all these narratives that keep popping up, and we keep having to see almost every single day something that is completely false that caught like a wildfire that is on the timeline. It's disgusting. I don't understand if people are just trying to get these yaps. I saw one person that was like saying somebody got kidnapped to try to earn like more yaps or whatever. Like, it's an absolute shambles. It's a disgrace. I can't believe what the timeline has come to, but here we are. So if this doesn't tell you digital assets are literally the future, I don't know what will. So there's this parent who's got 2 kids, and I guess the kids spent $850 on Minecraft through the credit card. So we can immediately go to the questions of, why does a kid have unlimited access to a credit card online? Why isn't this talked about not spending on these sort of things? So the dad takes the kids to the store. They pick out a whole bunch of toys. And then at the end, he says, well, you guys could have all of this, but you spent $850 on Minecraft in a game and you have nothing to show for it. First of all, if those digital assets were tradable, then you absolutely would have something to show for it. But the video game industry is ripe with stupidity. But that's changing. True. But also, kids love video games. I mean, listen, that's not going to change. So that's where we are looking. Yo, Navi, what's going on? What is going on with all of these friggin' bots? And great line regarding the verbiage being changed of calling bots on X now agents. We now look at something that's replying that has the automated, and we say, oh, the agent replies, instead of, oh, it's a bot. We used to call them bots in general. But this is what it responded to my post the other day, and we'll get into what it said. Web3 is growing up as watching users go from, sir, how do I connect a wallet, to sharing keyboard shortcuts. The small wins matter. Thank you very much. I am the agent, whatever the hell that is. But the time-saving trick that the tweet is about, if you upgrade to OpenSea 2.0, like 90% of the things that you hid are going to be unhid for whatever reason. So if you have a lot of a collection, whether you ended up buying in bulk previously, if somebody sent you a bunch of garbage for whatever reason, this is the shortcut to do it. So you'll go into your OpenSea, you'll click on the first item of a collection, and I think this will work for even if it's more than just like a single collection, but you'll scroll down a fair bit, you'll hold shift, and then click again at the bottom, and it will just automatically highlight from that first click all the way down, and it will max out at like 50, but it's way, way quicker than clicking 50 items individually. So that's how you're going to clean up your OpenSea. Phenomenal. Project Dragon, next week, February 22nd, 12 p.m. Eastern. Triple double banger, baby. Is this working? Imagine this starts working. Okay, somebody's got to tell me how abstract works. I thought it did everything perfect, and it still doesn't work. That's just not. Got to work in the one day. Gary Doge, all of my kids did that one on FIFA. I left my card details on their Xbox account. They got no birthday presents as punishment. Yo, Gary Doge laying down the law, baby. Hell yeah. So again, I'm going to go back to my critique before. Other side, the X page has 265,000 followers. Bored Ape Yacht Club has 1 million. The record was 1,700 people, and they capped out at like 1,400. So they're going to do this again. Please, for the love of everything that's holy, make Web3 gaming great again. Because this is tough. This is tough to watch. I don't know how they didn't break it before. They're going to do it this time 100%. All right, some absolute negativity. If you don't want to hear it, close the stream right now. J Bond, remember Pengu? It launched 7 weeks ago and is now down 75% from the all-time high. Do you remember the Trump token? It launched 3 weeks ago and is now down 77% from all-time high. Do you remember Anime token? It launched 18 days ago and is now down 70% from all-time high. Remember Bera? It launched 5 days ago and is now down 55% from all-time high. And then they got what's next. You have OpenSea, Story Protocol, which we just went over, the Doodles token, and then, of course, Abstract and whatever else we got on there. But the saturation of coins within the market are insane. Half of them don't do anything different. It's a different ticker name, a different community. Why are we even here? We should just like make an NFT and we'll say we're gonna go camping on weekends. We'll have a camp out. We'll buy marshmallows. We'll maybe pay a band or somebody to play guitar. Probably gonna be more entertaining than getting into any of this shit right now. I'm not gonna lie. That's just the way it is. Magnus Carlsen, the #1 ranked chess player in the world, is in advanced negotiations with Team Liquid. Number one, does chess not pay well? Because why is he signing with the team? Never mind. People want more money. That's fine either way. I'm just surprised in general that this is like even a conversation. Because I don't know. When I think of chess, I don't think that they're sponsored by anybody necessarily, but I think that this is really cool. And I have followed like the Team Liquid League of Legends team, but I know they're involved in a lot of other stuff. And then that's the final trick. That's the final trick. Listen, was that a rapid fire or was that a rapid fire? Also, I need to complain. You see on this bottom thing how it says subs 1? I think we're at like 15 or 16 on Twitch. I have no idea why it says 1. I think something happened when we connected to Abstract. So if you're still watching up on YouTube, listen, if you can like the video, absolutely phenomenal. If you're on Twitch, listen, you do you. You know what I mean? We're hanging around. If you happen to have an Amazon Prime, if you're wanting to use that on the channel, it helps out a little bit. And if you are on X, well, just, you know, if you like to tweet, hell yeah. Is there a timer each time they talk at negotiations? I don't... I don't know, but that's a really good thought overall. All right, I don't want to leave you on like absolutely nothing, so we'll go over here to Coin Market Cap right quick. Market cap 3.19 trillion. 24-hour volume, listen, 123 billion. That's not bad. Bitcoin dominance is absolutely taking control at over 60% right now. Fear and greed index absolutely off the chart. I'm feeling pretty good though. But last time I checked, it looked like everything was roaring. Yeah. So we had a huge dump and then it seems like things are coming back. So I have no idea why that's the case, but I mean, it is what it is. Welcome to crypto. Love to see it. That's it for this rapid fire edition of XFeed. We'll be back tomorrow as per usual. Thank you so much for coming on through. Gary Doge, Navi, what freaking legends. I'll see you soon. Have a good one. You're the best. Peace.